Morning everyone, this is Alex Smay and Dan Johnston from St. Croix Fishing Rod and our good friends TackleDirect joining us on the floor of ICAST 2021 in Orlando, Florida. Thank you for being with us. We're going to share some things that we've got going on for 2022, including our reimagined version of our Trout Series. Trout Series has been one of those flagship lines for us over the years. You know, we've got things that are so dialed in for whether you love chasing little mountain brook trout or big brown trout in tailwaters. There's a rod here for you, and this series is even better than before with some things that we've made some updates and changes to for 2022. Dan, why don't you tell us some things we've made some adjustments to and what makes this rod better than before?
Yeah, if there's a category of anglers out there that really need the upper hand in terms of equipment, it's trout. You're talking about sometimes super tight quarters, sometimes it's more wide open. You need big time accuracy, you need to protect light line, but you also want to feel something. So it's like, where do we go from here? So let me tell you. So with the new reimagined Trout Series for 2022, we have St. Croix's new SC Carbon SC2 blank. So it's a more consistent, more durable blank, even in these super, super small diameters. The handle, you'll notice, is very skeletal, finesse, great feel, but you also see the trim pieces are EVA because we're always wet. We're always around conditions where we want to clean this thing up. We're up to here in the water or whatever, so we're thinking this through to give you the advantage. The guide platform is the Sea Guide Atlas stainless steel guide. You notice the length of the foot is super long here. Folks, this is a big deal because in trout, I would argue, a lot of times we're throwing baits smaller than manufacturer's recommendation. There'll be people throwing 64th, 1/20th on this thing with the right line because we don't have to throw it necessarily that far, but we got to get out there. These have tremendous line flow and pass through, number one. Number two, when that line gets wet, and it's going to get wet, you're going to reduce blank stick up. So 14 total models in the series, totally dialed into the trout angler, certainly designed to give you the advantage on the water.
Perfect, Dan. And this particular rod here, this is the 5'10", 5'10" light fast. We didn't have this in the Trout Series before. It's a brand new model, and when it comes time for us to look at a series, we think about what are we missing? Where are there anglers that have a specific way of fishing that we're not helping them be better on the water? 5'10" LF is a great example of that, and we have some other rods that are, you'll see, heavier than we've ever had in the Trout Series before because there's people all over the country, the West Coast, the mountain states that do a lot of trout fishing, and they don't always need an ultralight rod. They might need a light or even a medium light because they're throwing maybe a bigger jerk bait or they're just fishing for a bigger fish. So this 5'10" LF, for example, great rod for being in tight conditions. It's a shorter rod, but if you need to put a little bit more pressure on a fish or you're throwing maybe a little bit heavier lure than what you normally would to target those big fish, dialed in for that. So really great new and improved rod for 2022. We're really excited for you guys to check this out on TackleDirect.com this November.